Let's continue with the next speaker. Welcome on the stage. This is Mr. Eadie, is right, from the company Starcore International Mining. Here we go.
Thank you, and welcome to Munich. Good afternoon. Hi. Just making sure everybody's awake. Starcore International Mines. We're in production in Mexico for 18 and a half years. Things have gone fairly steady. It's a small mine. It has its challenges, and we've been able to manage for 18 and a half years. So not a lot of growth in that time, so shareholders have been very patient, but at the same time we haven't screwed it up. So recently we're able to acquire a historical silver mine. I just gotta find that. Okay. So this mine that we're calling over here, this is there, the La Tortilla project. La Tortilla is about 2 hours away from San Martin, and the advantage of that is we ship our ore to San Martin in order to process, so we don't have to build extra infrastructure. We have to change some filters, we have to invest about $300,000, and we're able to treat the ore from there from the beginning. So that'll add about 100 tons a day to our production. The average grades that we're getting there, which we've been working on the property sampling for the last 4 months, is about 550 tons. The grade swings up to over 2,000 grams of silver, but this is the average. So we say near-term production. What does that mean? Well, that means we can take bulk samples and ship it and process the ore and apply modern-day science, drilling, geophysics. So what we've done here is that we've taken some projections or forward-looking statements to give people an idea what the effect of the additional mine will do for us. And this is a combination of cash flow over the next 6 years. So in the next 6 years, we project that we'll be able to net cash flow about 153 million. And for a company such as ours, it's significant. So here's a little bit more about the mine. Let me go here. It's a historical mine, and when we say historical, that means artisanal miners. So miners working by hand with shovels, picks, sometimes with a little bit of dynamite, but no drilling, no modern day science. So it's got 6 claims. We've taken the property under lease. We pay $260,000, 2% NSR, and then we have an option to buy it for $7 million. Should we come across several million ounces, or say 5-10 million ounces of silver in our exploration, we're then able to purchase the mine from the owner. It's about 40 kilometers from our mill, which we've calculated about 2 hours. And down here is another mine, and it's called La Negra. And La Negra has been producing for quite a long time. So the area does have production, or the belt, and we will be the first ones in this end of the belt. One of the reasons that this mine wasn't exploited before is because it comes with carbon in the silver. You have to separate the carbon from the silver, and then you treat the silver as an oxide. Simply, it's got black charcoal on it. We strip the charcoal, we treat the ore. And in San Martin, we have similar ore. We have oxide ore, and we have carbonaceous ore. So we have a circuit already built, and that's why it fits for us, and not other people. So here is an existing shaft, which they call the thrust, which is El Doctor. This is what we intend to harvest first, and then we're going to drill above, through the mine, here, 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 and here, and this is all open, so no modern day exploration. And it's quite a big structure, 80 meters by 30 meters, and with what we call excellent grades of silver. We can average 550 to cent for production. That for us is excellent. This is the metallurgical test that we did, and it's to give you investors an idea, the science that goes into it, the work we put in. So here, this is standard leaching plus activated carbon, and that's how that you recover the high grades. And this is why the mine really wasn't looked at much, because the recovery wasn't good just on its own. So by adding the activated carbon, we get very excellent recoveries. It's really good. The numbers add up very fast when you get high recoveries. 80%, 85%, 90%, that's great recovery. So again, back to the 550 grams per ton advantage. This is the mine on its own, what we expect to do in the 6 years. This is what we have as a forward-looking statement with what we know today, with no modern science. This is from the geologists sampling, measuring the lengths of the samples from the surface and what was done before in that tunnel. So driving cash flow. Being in production for 18.5 years has allowed us to grow from production, and we've done a couple of debt financings. We have zero debt now. We just completed a equity financing for the first time in 15 years to accelerate this project. So share structure. The shares outstanding are 66 million. The warrants now are 3 million. The CFO and myself and a group of investors in Zurich have taken down their warrants at 30 cents, adding another $450,000 or $900,000 into the bank. And this financing was completed. So we raised $5 million with 70 people from 7 different countries. So 100% retail, no institutions. The warrant has an accelerator. If it trades above 50 cents, then we can call the warrants, which puts another $3.5 million in the bank. Now, fully diluted, it's 100 million shares, and we feel that that's still quite a small number for us to be able to deliver shareholder value. Management's been involved with the company for myself for 22 years. I'm the founder of the company. I'm the largest single shareholder, and all the shares that the CFO and I have bought in the company have been bought. None of it is performance shares, performance warrants, nothing. Everything's been paid for. Salvador Garcia was with First Majestic, and he was the Vice President of Operations for Goldcorp. He's Mexican, he's been in mining his whole life. Gary Arca, the CFO, he was a certified auditor and a CPA, and he's been with the company about 20 years. And Jordan Estra, he's a mining engineer, retired, and the same with Federico, but they do contribute to the company from their experience and from age and knowledge. A rare opportunity. We think that we're into the beginning of a great metals market. And we believe silver will perform extremely well alongside gold. So we feel it's really the moment for us to take this smaller mine and put it in production. The way that I look at it is that we're in manufacturing. We manufacture silver and gold. So the more that I get to the market, the faster I get into the market, the better for shareholders. One thing which isn't mentioned, but it is on in our news releases, is that we'll be spinning our African properties out. We have over 1 million hectares in the country of Côte d'Ivoire. And not that we think there's something wrong with it, but we want to focus on Mexico. So current shareholders of Starcore on the 27th of October will receive a half of share, a bonus share of the spin out. And so we see that again as a bonus for shareholders, and that's what we're terming it, is a bonus share. So just to keep it in mind, because I know there are some shareholders in the crowd. And now we have extra time, I think, 5 minutes. Any questions? Okay, great. Well, thank you very much, and enjoy the rest of your show.